So, okay, let's just give the people a little bit of a rundown. I know that some of this stuff got included in For the Love of Lena, but and also on the live podcast orgy things. But give us like a brief overview of the John Legendary story of how you ended up being in the adult world and everything. 'Cause it's a pretty wild tale.
So yeah, I'm a aerospace engineer by trade, and I got into about 2.5 years ago, and what led me to was I was a bull in the hot wife lifestyle.
So break that down for the people that don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah. So a bull is a guy who understands the nuances of the hot wife lifestyle. Hot wifing means that a husband enjoys sharing his wife. Okay. And so I'm a guy that they call in or bring in to have a play date, an experience with the wife. And husbands would film me for their wives.
That was horrible.
Yeah, it sure was. That was.
And do you get paid for this, or is it just for
so
fun?
the thing is, I was just doing it for fun. That's my.
Okay.
So it was like my Saturday night hobby. I didn't even know you can get paid for this. I mean, I know now. You know what I'm saying? I know now.
But it's funny because a lot of guys have that story because that's basically what Dredd was saying too. Yeah, he was just getting flown out to go some girl in front of her husband, and then he kind of slowly realizes like, oh, I could get money for this.
Yeah. So I mean, now I know you can get paid for it, but I didn't know then.
How long were you doing it as a hobby?
I mean, for 10 years, like a long time. You know, like I got introduced in when I was in grad school, and one of my buddies had a young lady come over, and I'm like, okay, I'll see you later. And he like, hold on 1 second. So he calls this woman's husband, and I'm like, yo, my man's is over here. Is it cool if he stays? And husband's like, yeah, just make sure you take pictures and video. So we the shell of his wife. We took pictures, videos. We sent it to him. He loved it. And I'm like, yo, she leaves. I'm like, yo, what we just do? And then I just went in this rabbit hole of like learning about the swing lifestyle, the hot wife lifestyle. And then I just kind of like built my brand as a bull and got some type of status within the community. And then I'm like, yo, I'm f***ing for free these middle-aged women. I mean, I love women of all ages. But I'm like, yo, what if I could hot stars and get paid for it? And so I put in the application to an agency, and then like 2 weeks later, they signed me.
Yeah.
10 years of doing that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever get sick of it, or you're like,
Nah.
never...
I mean, I love to do it. I love to, especially with code couples, because you have two different types of couples within the hot wife lifestyle. You have stag and vixen, and then you have. And the difference between two real quick is stag and vixen, they both can make decisions on what they do. If they see me and wife is like, hubby, I want to go f*** John. Husband like, we should pass on him. Then they have to pass. But a cuckold couple.
And this can happen right in front of your face. Like this is
it's
normal.
It's usually like
more
online.
Subtle?
Yeah. Because we usually like going back and forth and texting and or emailing and stuff like that. But whereas a cuckold couple, it's the opposite. It's if the wife sees me, she's like, hubby, I want to on, and he's like, okay, great. What do you need from me? Like, do you want me to shave your legs? Do you need me to, what do you need? How can I help facilitate this situation? So she decides what happens in the couple.
And is that where there's like the humiliation?
Yes, it's typically related to the
thing.
like chastity, humiliation, or denial.
In both scenarios, do the husbands ever try to participate with you in any capacity, or is it all viewing?
No, I don't do any like forced buy or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's typically like couples. But I do appreciate cleanup when a husband like cleans up after I like on or in her.
Shut up with his mouth.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With his mouth.
I take great pride in that. Like, you better not can leave a drop. Take care of that shit.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
You'll order him?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we have like a mini questionnaire that we send out before we have people on, and it'll be like, do you do gangbangs, whatever. John has like a 4-page essay that he sent us. No one has ever spent more time on the questionnaire than John, and if we don't get to some of the stories, I'll be sad because he put in so much effort. Like, can you just give us the craziest experience you had within this community?
Yeah, so this is like one of my first situations with a cold couple, because I really didn't even know the nuances of it at this point. So I was, communicating with the wife. She invited me over, okay? And she's cooking dinner, she made like lobster chowder, spare ribs, like he smoked them. And I brought over.
good.
Yeah, it was so good.
That
I brought
sounds
over
good.
like a cigar because I knew she liked cigars. I brought over some whiskey.
So you guys are courting each other at the same time, kind
So-
of? Like
so-
it's not
yeah.
just straight up sex.
Yeah, it's
There's
like it's like being a gentleman, of course.
okay.
And
You guys went
bringing
on a little
like
date.
yeah, exactly. It's a play date.
Okay.
And so we have dinner. We're on the balcony smoking cigars, drinking scotch, and I start making out with her and everything like that. And then we go inside to start. And so I'm in her. He's filming, right? And then he asked, "Can he eat her?" I'm like, "Okay." So like he start eating her while I'm fucking her. Okay.
So he's kind of touching you a little bit.
I did at first he wasn't. And then cause he was underneath, I'm doing doggy style. So
Okay.
he puts his head
Oh,
underneath.
Okay,
right?
okay.
And so he's just licking it, right? And then
Oh,
I
no.
felt
I'm
something graze the inner thighs. And I look down, it's the top of his hair, right? And then I can see his fucking eyes. Okay. I'm like, oh shit. And so this is the point in every bull's journey, whether to decide if they can do this or not. You gonna push through or you be like, no, I can't do it. And so I just pushed through.
And was he rubbing your legs?
No, he
Like-
wasn't rubbing. He was just focused on pleasing her.
But
Okay.
you could just
But
feel.
I never had a man that close to me.
Your body parts,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And my butt cheeks clenched up and everything. So yeah, that was a crazy story. And then I would all over her, and he cleaned it up. And
Oh,
I was and this is the first time I ever saw it. So I was like biting the insides of my mouth to not laugh because I just thought it was funny as shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, do not fucking laugh. This shit's funny. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the fuck is he doing? I ain't never seen it before.
The reason why I think this is so funny is because the first star girl that I ever with, she told me about scenes, which I didn't even know about at the time, and she shows me one, and it's basically her getting by some big dude, and there's a guy playing her husband in the scene. He's like a fat white guy sitting in the corner, kind of like drooling over her or whatever. And then after the guy on her face, he comes over and he fucking eats it all off her face. And I remember her, and even just that blew my fucking mind. I had no idea this was a thing. And then she told me that afterwards he came right up and said, "Hey, I'm not getting paid today. I'm just doing this because I thought it was hot." And again, I'm just like, what? Like, and that was kind of like a big part of my introduction to the world of the Valley.
Yeah.
Well, I learn something new every day.
I was a little blown away.
Okay, my other question to you is you're doing this for free. It's a hobby for you. Did it not freak you out that all of these men were filming you? Like, and you're in grad school and you're trying to go
Yeah.
for this professional life?
Nah, because I mean, at this point, when I really got into like the more, I was pretty established in my career.
Okay.
I was looking outside of the industry, and I was just like, I really didn't give a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to be like an executive anymore as far as in
Okay.
corporate America. So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to like branch out and do some things. So
You did it well.
Yeah.